2004.
Now on 4, the new series of Cutting Edge meets The Complainers.
I said to the cashier, "What do you think of these? How can you sell strawberries in this condition at this price? Would you please call the manager over?" The produce manager then came over and I showed him the problem. His response was, "I see nothing wrong with these strawberries." I said, "You've got to be joking. Look at the state of them. They are mouldy."
So I went back to the bar to order the food and took my glass because I'd finished the glass of water and asked her would she refill the glass, and she said, "Well, I'm going to have to charge you for it." I said, "What for?" I said, "It's water, just take it out the tap." So she went, "No, we have to pay for it on a meter, so I'm charging you for it." So I said, "Well, I'll get it myself out of the toilet." So I went to grab the glass back to take it back to the toilet to fill it with cold water, and she dragged the glass off me.
And I went in, "Where's the manager? What's going on? What is going on here? You know, I've been out there for 3 hours, you've left me out there, smashing against the rocks. Where is the manager?" "Oh, he's not available." I said, "He'd soon be available if I set the boat alight, wouldn't he? We'll be down here in 2 minutes." "Exactly. So where is he?" "He's in the restaurant over there. We'll get him down."
Finally, the store manager came down to see what the commotion was all about. He took one look at the strawberries and ordered fresh strawberries to be immediately brought out. And to my utter amazement, a dolly was brought out with 12 pallets of strawberries. Tesco's had a cherry pie in their store, home-baked store. It was twice the size of this pie, in a much bigger box. It was one of their most popular items in their in-store bakery. In fact, they would sell out by lunchtime. Then suddenly they disappeared from the store. I believe the price was £2.49. And they vanished. And I inquired as to why the cherry pies are not available anymore. The response I got back from the manager was that according to their market research, this is not a good seller. Well, I laughed at that because the fact of the matter is it is a good seller. It was their best seller. This pie sells at £1.79. It only has a third of the amount of cherries that the original pie had. This product here comes from Sainsbury's. This is a red cherry fruit filling, and it's 400 grams. There are twice as many cherries in this can as what there are in this pie. So what we do is we buy this and we make our own pies. I go to the store every single day. I have a disabled wife, so she's unable to shop. So basically I have to shop for myself and for her. You go into any store, it doesn't matter whether it's a grocery store, radio and television shop, a cleaner, the first thing that you see is, we offer customer service, we deliver. Well, I put that to the test. The most important information that concerns what is in the product is unreadable. The print is so small. So what I will do is I go armed with my magnifying glass. I bought so much fruit in Tesco's that I just can't eat because it's like rocks. Come straight out of cold storage, God knows how old it is. So I take a knife with me, and I just cut a piece of pear off and eat it to see whether or not it is fresh. And if it's rock hard, that I can't eat it, then I complain to the store. Now, I have what could be construed to be all the time in the world. I mean, you know, I have to be near my wife in case she has a collapse and I have to deal with the problem. So I do have the time to go to the stores, examine the merchandise on the shelves, see whether or not the prices are correct, and if I'm unhappy, bring the matter to the management's attention. I mean, I'm sure I'm a pain in the neck to them, you know. Some people I've heard refer to me as the shopper from hell. Well, so what? I don't care. I don't care what they call me.
My name is Barry Ritchie. I'm one of the directors at Hallmark Communications.
Barry, is there anything I can help with at all?
Well, perhaps. I mean, essentially, I'm calling with reference to some problems we've had with some magazines that were supposed to be sent out.
Right.
We were guaranteed they would be delivered within 7 to 10 working days, and we've had magazines that have been landing up to a month late. Nothing's up to scratch, is it? Do you know what? Until I actually got in business, and I got into business just trying hard, basically, from not having a job, and I lost, and I failed, and I tried, and I went, and everything was a struggle, and it still is a struggle now, you know. God willing, we might have a good business in a few years' time. But yeah, I think things should be up to scratch. Because the only reason I think that things should be up to scratch is because everyone sells them to be up to scratch. And they're full of shit. Last time we had our magazine done, got the magazine done, it's very important for our clients to get their magazine the day it comes off the press. They want to see their ad, they want it out and working for them. What do you think we can do about this? I mean, essentially my problem is this, is that we've bought from you, we've used your services.
Yeah.
I've got it in front of me here, quite clear. Delivery 5 to 7 working days from date of receipt of goods.
Right.
And then you said, oh, it's not guaranteed, but then 6 weeks. What have you got to say about the 6 weeks? I mean, people don't pay until they get their copy. It's in front of them and the magazine's out. That's the nature of the business. So it's imperative to our... They've really caused us a lot of problems.
Right.
You know, if things can take 6 weeks, why don't you put delivery time 5 to 7 days, but could take 6 weeks? Because if a customer... I mean, it's lucky we're not sending organs, isn't it?
No, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. God. I mean, many businessmen, I'm telling you, would have been at an airport where they're paying business class money. They expect to walk in, get on the plane, leave me alone, thank you very much, goodbye, next. There's your money. Goodbye. No, I don't talk to humans on a day-to-day basis. Leave me alone. Thank you, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, that's what you do. Tony, we're not using them ever again. They're a waste of time. They're just admitting everything else. Why are we dealing with companies that are like this? Check them out, find out. He just told me 5 to 7 working days and it's 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's 6 weeks. So get a quote from UPS, get a quote from DHL.
On it now, mate.
I don't want these problems. Overcome the problems, find out, think, yeah?
Yeah.
If you were sending a courier out to pick up 10 grand for yourself, it would be there next day, wouldn't it? Because you'd make 6 or 7 calls and get it done, yeah? So treat this magazine with the same passion as you would yourself. And then we won't have these problems again, because it's your fault. You've brought to me a company that has caused us problems, and that is down to you. So turn it around, get some new ones on board, and give me the solution. I don't want problems. I just want value. You know, everyone's had value out of me all my life. Ups and downs and down. I've always done my best to please everybody. And I expect a bit now. You know, I've worked bloody hard all my life. I was the guy at 11 years old that was out washing cars. Right, do you want your car washed tomorrow? You know, no silver spoons. You know, very hard working. Up and running and get whatever you can get. I want everyone to stay focused on what you're doing. I don't want people picking the phones up, half-cocked. I want you in there on the case. Do not phone anyone unless, if you was the owner of that place, if you wouldn't buy an ad, don't phone them up. Get up.
For communications. Now, what it is that we do, the work that we do here, we produce and publish an international magazine called Meeting Planner International.
We're a publishing company. We publish a magazine called Meeting Planner International, and we've just got into electronic publishing with the CD-ROMs. So we're selling advertising and promotions.
We're in a position where we can work together
And to increase that
and increase that
10%,
10%,
up to 15.
you know, into up to 15 or 20%.
Then we're going to be on a level,
Then we're going to
level
be doing
playing.
business for you know, for many years
I
to
mean, what
come.
are your
and
feelings on
that's
this?
the
How
way
does
that
this
we're working.
sound? How does
this sound? I know it's very vague at the moment, but how does this sound to you there? Uh-huh. Right.
She's not going to make a decision in a month of Sundays. Don't leave your coffee then, it won't get knocked over.
It doesn't.
I come up from nothing. My dad was killed when I was 14 years old, and he was a lorry driver, got killed in an accident. I got thrown in, I went in with the bad lads, went in with the good lads, done this, done that. Tried hard, always worked all my life. Worked hard all my life. And now, God willing, I'm starting to get a bit better and do a bit better now, and be able to afford a bit of a better service. You know, once a month we can shop in Marks and Spencer's, you know, and get a nice bit of food. But if I do go there and get a nice bit of food, I want it to be better than Asda and Sainsbury's and Tesco's and everyone else, because I paid an extra 25p for me chicken, and I want it right, you know.
A couple of years ago when we had that really mad hot summer, yeah, potatoes were like scarce, weren't they, because it was red hot and all the crops had been ruined and everything, so the prices of potatoes shot through the roof. But then the following year, you'd have thought that all the chippies and that would have fetched the prices back down again. But no, they stay the same, isn't it? You know what I mean? Because people have got used to paying that amount of money. There's one particular chipper, I mean, I'll mention names because I can't stand him, he's a robbing bastard, right? It's a Lancastrian in Salford on the Islands of the Height, and he knows who he is, right? And I mean, even the girls that work for him are so embarrassed because when he's watching them serve, if they put too many chips onto that person's portion, he'll nudge them, take them off. I mean, he gives you this, I mean, for a chipper, yeah, they're supposed to give you a little bit more than like the likes of McDonald's do, don't they? But he gives you the equivalent of what McDonald's do. Is that it for chips?
Regular.
Is that what I'm getting, yeah?
The full up.
It's full up. There's not many in there, is there? I bet there's about 15 chips there, isn't there? If you go to get some fries, say in like one of the drive-thrus, like Burger King, McDonald's or Kentucky, whichever one, all through, and you get the equivalent of that potato chopped up into fries, and you pay 70p or 75p. And then they even have the nerve to say to you, do you want standard fries or large? Is that full now, yeah?
Yeah. It was full before up to the fill line. That's the fill line, the yellow line.
Yeah, it's not a lot though, is it?
I don't
70
make
pence.
it up.
Pardon?
I don't make it up.
Who does? They're not doing you any favours, yet they try to make out that they're doing you a favour. But, I mean, you know, you look at that one potato. Yeah, somebody from... Excuse me, are you from management? Yeah. Yeah, would you like to comment on these chips and how you only get so many? I mean, there's not a lot of chips there, is it, for 70p?
No comment.
And what about the Coke? 70p for a little bit of Coke like that? Robbing fuckers. It's never the place where you go and it's cheap, is it? You know what I mean? You never go in there and they say, oh, look, you know, you've got some kids with you, there's Coke and it's 15p a glass or 20p a glass. You know what I mean? I mean, I understand they've got to make money, and they could still make money if they give it for 20p a glass. And I would think, that's great, that. You know what I mean? I'll come back here and I'll eat some food here again, because they looked after your kids. You know what I mean? But they don't.
The bottom line again with you is this. If you feel it's so bad, why do you come?
I don't come.
Well,
I would like to come and fetch my kids here every week in, week out. But I've got 3 kids, yeah? And if I fetch these to McDonald's, you're talking £12.
True.
12, 15 pounds for me to walk through them doors and give them a little bit of a snack. The average person can't afford that.
So where else do you go apart from McDonald's?
Well, you can't. This is what I'm saying. You've got yourselves, you've got the other places, the Kentuckys, the Burger Kings. They're all too dear, and therefore it makes me look bad to my kids because I can't afford to take them into places like this to pay your silly price. I mean, they don't understand prices. In fact, my lad said to me, I want burger and chips and a drink. He doesn't understand it. It's like nearly £3 for that. It doesn't register with them because they don't have to go out, earn the money to go and spend it,
Well,
or to waste it, basically.
You mean, you've obviously got a beef about something.
I've got a beef about a lot of things,
about something.
but not a lot of people do anything about it. You won't do anything about it, neither will McDonald's. It'll just go on and on and on. Think I'm difficult to live with? Yeah. Probably why I live on my own. No? I don't know, it's just... You know, I have a few friends and that, and they all think, you know, they sort of like, some people get embarrassed with some of the things that I do, but it doesn't bother me at all. You know what I mean? So,
Was it because of that your wife, that you split?
hey, it's a bit touchy this now, isn't it? You know what I mean? No. My wife divorced me because I'm an arsehole, basically. You know, that's the way it goes, isn't it?
It really was irritating and very frustrating, because you can't say to him, you were wrong then, you know, and this is how you should have done it. And you can't compromise with him, because his version of compromise is that you see his way and that's it. So you can't argue with somebody like that. You can't argue with someone who 100% thinks they're in the right, because you just can't win. It doesn't matter who's right or wrong, he's going to win.
I never pay for hairdressers. Principle, innit? I mean, they're too dear anyway. I mean, if you want a cut and a blow, it's a tenner, innit? Or 12 quid. And I mean, my hair's dark now, yeah, but up till recently it was white, bleached white.
He has never, ever paid for a haircut. Never. What is he, 37 in September? He's never paid for an haircut. He's dated a few hairdressers, but he's never paid for his haircut.
A few? He's dated one?
He's dated loads.
Oh, has he? Oh, no, I can think two.
If I get my hair done for now and they make a bit of a disaster of it, I'll just shave it all off, put it in the bin, grow it again. So in other words, I'm giving something back as well as taking something, as well as getting my hair done for nothing. I'm also putting something back because I'm giving the juniors a chance to cut and bleach. Know what I mean? See, I care about people.
You always told me that he was the only one you ever loved and he's the only one you will ever love.
Bless him. Well, you can't help but like him, really, can you?
But you said you just weren't the right one for him.
God, Ashley, get the violin out. No, you can't help but like him. Sometimes.
Everything else, though.
He's alright. Sometimes.
I know for a fact when I have raised a stink in the store on certain issues, once I open my mouth, which I always do at the checkout counter, then others are only too willing to jump on the bandwagon. So that basically is what they rely on here. In this country, most people will not make the first approach. They wait for somebody else to start the ball rolling. And then everybody wants to get in on the action. I mean, a lot of people are frightened to speak their minds. You know, the English are renowned throughout the world to be the best complainers, but the least doers. We constantly complain. We've always complained in this country. But it's no good complaining if you're not prepared to follow through to the top until you get the result you feel you're justified. That's what customer service is all about. As I said before, they are the people that are promoting the customer service. They're the people that are encouraging us, the consumer, to do our shopping in their store. They claim that they are number one. So all I ask from them is to deliver. I'm the customer. Please give me the service that you promise. And if I get the service, then I'm satisfied. If I don't get the service, then I complain. Well, here we are. We're at Tesco, so I'm going into the store now, and I'll do my normal shopping and be back shortly.
Hello? Yes. It's about your hotel.
The brochure said it was a stone's throw from the beach.
And it isn't.
No, it isn't.
Ever felt misled by some holiday brochures? At Thomson, what you see in our brochures is what you get, or your money back.
Come on now, people.
and TSB are now working as partners. If you bank with one of us, you can bank with both of us to pay in or take out your money by cheque or cash machine. Lloyds and TSB, working together to bring you more.
You are unique. Even though you may be an identical twin, there is no one quite like you. Not even your identical twin. You may live in the same house as your neighbor, but you do not live in your neighbor's house. Always be yourself in your own home. If something pleases you, well, then it is right. Though you do not live in a tent, your home is your canvas. Express yourself freely upon it. Do not emulate the style and taste of others, for that is the road to self-delusion. Be true to yourself, and your shelves will be true to you, particularly if you use a spirit level.
Whatever you want to do to your home, Homebase can help you do it. There's no place like Homebase.
Now, last week, these were 79 pence. Now, the same ones are 69 pence. Cold and rock hard as usual. Not fresh. Empty. Empty. Just a few rolls here, 4 rolls here, and a few odds and sods here. So there's not much of a choice of baked beans here. You are denied that opportunity to take part in a Heinz promotion. Well, good morning, Kevin. Fine, how are you? Hello. Can I just... We're here, head office approval. Time and time again, I buy fruit, whether it be apples, pears, or bananas, and I either have to bring them back because they're bad. In fact, most recently, I brought back a load of bananas because they were literally rotten right the way through.
Well, I'm very sorry about that.
And they had just been put out on the counter. Whenever I buy pears in this store, I have to wait 2 or 3 weeks before I can eat them because they're like stones. They're rock hard. When I come in here and pick up these pears, I want to be able to walk out and eat them. And I can't do this.
Well, I'm very surprised you say weeks. I would imagine a couple of days for ripening. That is quite usual. Now, and the reason for that is that the majority of our customers shop either on a weekly basis or on a 10-day basis. They come in, they want to buy some pears. They don't want them ripe immediately because by the end of the week, they won't have any pears to eat. So therefore, we do have pears which are reasonably hard, but they do ripen up in the bowl at home, and then you can eat them in the following few days before you come shopping again.
Well, you make
It's
that
also a matter of taste. I happen to like hard pears, and that's my taste.
But I don't. I like to be able to come into the store and pick up the pears just like I have done today. Now, that pear has no taste to it at all, in my opinion. Not what a pear should be. It's hard, it's not soft, there's no taste to the pear. And this happens
sorry, I
time
think
and
that
time
that's
again.
delicious. However, I do take your point, and I will have a word.
But it happens every day. I mean, I can't come in here and buy my pears, because I can't have fresh
now that
pears.
now that I know the comment, I will have a word with the right people and see what we can do about it.
Okay.
the air that we breathe, yeah, that fills up the tyres, and yet, you know, a garage, it's like everything again. The garage does not give you nothing back, yeah? You go and fill your tank up. I mean, you fill your tank of petrol up, it's £20, isn't it? £30, yeah? So you go and spend £20 or £30 in the garage, and then they want to charge you 20p to put air in your tyre.
Anything you wouldn't complain about?
He doesn't complain about me coming in late.
Shut up. I don't think there is. Not a single thing you wouldn't complain about.
I want a free token if you don't mind. I'm not paying for your air.
Why?
Why should I
What
pay?
makes you
I pay
special?
enough for the petrol.
We'll pay for the air.
No, I'm not
Don't
paying
have
for the
any
air. 10p, I want a token.
Give me 10p.
No.
Go and have some air. You're not having any.
I want a free
You're
token.
wasting your time.
Can you sort this out, please? I just want a free token for the air. I'm not paying for the air.
You're not having 10p for the air.
How much you pay for the air? How much you buy it for? 5p? The machine comes free. What does it cost you for a token? Just give me a token.
It's not a token, it's 10p.
No, I want
You
a free
don't get
token.
any. If you go over there, just put 10p, you'll get some air.
Everything is like, how can we make money? How can we do this? Let's get more money. Let's get more. Let's squeeze them. Do you know what I mean? What people have just failed to realise is that people have been squeezed and squeezed. At the end of the day, when you squeeze them too much, there's nothing left.
He says he's very, 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 very poor, but I know he isn't because I put money in his bank account. And he tells me to get the balance, and I read it, and that is not very poor.
Looks like I'll have to raise my alimony, doesn't it?
But I can't say anything because people might go and rob his bank and then he'll blame me and I'll have to pay him back.
I mean, let's have a look. For example, these kits, yeah? I mean, these, I know, got a sad team on them, Coventry, right? But the good kits, the good quality kits, yeah? If I went to buy these from, say, the Coventry shop itself, you'd be looking at 40 quid per top for these. But I got these for 4 quid each. And that is the only reason I've got them. There's no other reason these would be hung on this line or that we would play football in these other than the fact that I got them for 4 quid each because I hunted round and found them for a bargain. But that's what I'm saying. If I bought these for £4, yeah, how do they justify selling them for 40? I mean, how much profit is in that? It's like with all the United tops, yeah? I mean, all the kids, they want them, yeah? My lad's the same. As soon as the top comes out, he wants it. I even want the top. But you've got to pay silly money to get them, and it's like, oh, everything's too dear.
Why are the sales lines so much quicker to answer than the customer service lines? Anywhere you go. You'll have to speak up a bit, madam. My name is Mr. Ritchie.
I have your membership number, Mr. Ritchie.
Ritchie, not Richley, Ritchie, R-I-T-C-H-I-E.
I have your number, please.
B for Bert. All right, goodness me, we've had a bad day. B for Bertie.
No.
732 74240.
The only time I complain is when something that's really infuriated me, and that is the bottom line. When I felt in my heart, what I have the ability to do is to get it all in a little bottle, stick it in there, shut it off, and not upset all my family or everyone who I'm with, and just put it in there, save it for them. And I don't, and then I phone up and I find out, hi, customer service.
Back in late February, 2 weeks prior to my daughter's 6th birthday, I ordered from you an easel with all of the art equipment. Is that showing on your screen?
That's right, yes.
Okay. Now, this was all ready for a party on the 15th.
Are you a human? No, I'm not a human. You're in a queue and you'll be held shortly. So the time you get through, you just want to kill the whole system anyway. But then you do get, hello, my name's Joan. No, no, no. Oh, can you put that in writing? I'll put. And if you do scream and shout, you get onto their supervisor. You know, and then perhaps someone might take some attention of you.
The invoice arrived.
Yes.
The bill arrived okay. That came through in about 3 days.
Yes, but...
Different department.
Yes. Well, yeah, but we sent a label out in the post on the 16th.
Okay, well, could you send another one, and maybe we'll have it for her 7th birthday?
I'm very sorry. Will you apologise to your daughter for me?
Sorry doesn't work. Doesn't cut the cake, does it? If you was in a pub with a guy, and you knocked a beer over his arm, oh, sorry. You know, you're supposed to get a punch in the face, or... Oi, what do you mean? You would, wouldn't you?
Well, I can only apologise. I'm sorry it's like this.
Okay.
Thank you for ringing.
Thank you very much. Next. You know, the companies are hiding behind this customer service. That's what they're doing. Customer service. I can only apologise. Jade, hello, happy birthday. I'm sorry they apologise. That's great, isn't it? Next. So what do? They're going to send us the label back. We'll get the label back. We'll send it off. She gets her birthday present 3 months late. Couldn't care less. If I was phoning up and I was at school, so I'd like to get our library kitted out, they'd be around here tomorrow, wouldn't they? You know, they just don't care. They don't care. You go in on customer service remote control, forget it. Next, you know, you're not vigilant. If you was walking down the road and somebody come out and run you over, next, bang! Oh, he just ran my son over. I'll say what, you bitch. Shut up. Next. Come on, darling. You'd go mad. You'd be what? The police? Oh, sorry, love. We're very busy with complaints. The police. We've got burglaries going on. We've got the mods down there this bank holiday. Please, we'll get to you. It's only been a day, hasn't it? You'd go mad, wouldn't you? Because it's in your heart. What? You'd be on the case of the MP, everybody. And you would. And it's all about how much inside you want to get out there and do it. Invariably, people don't want to moan, you know. They don't want to complain. Oh, they'll suffer it. And then there's losers. They've lost because they haven't got the service, and the company's lost because he's not going to get any more business off that person. Or, for the other 50 people that person tells, who's moaning about it for the next 3 days, so all his friends won't use that company again either. So there's two losers, the company and the person who bought the service or product.
I know all the places, and I know what they charge, and I know how much they're making out of them, and they say they don't, but they do.
If we are dissatisfied with what the company is providing, then it's up to the consumers to make sure the company is aware of this. And the only way to do this is to pursue to the bitter end your complaint.
Customer service is at the heart of the company. I mean, we sell all these products to customers. If they didn't come back to our store, then we wouldn't operate. So giving our customers the very best in customer service is absolutely key, because they come in, they like the products, they like the prices, they like the quality, they get good service, they come back, they're happy. And somebody who is happy obviously comes back to our stores more frequently, and we do our very best to try and give a good service.
I mean, there's hardly any butchers left here in Maidstone, but when I do find a butcher, I can usually find the beef cheaper than what you're selling it here. British beef.
On key lines, there's about 600 of them in all. We won't be beaten on the price, and if we find that a competitor has charged less for the same item, we drop our price to match theirs, and we do that all the time.
I have noticed that. However, in answer to that, what you fail to mention is that underneath that great big sign promoting this offer, you have in very small print that the competitor's store must be within 3 miles of this store. Now, as far as we are concerned here, the nearest competitive store with equal quality of range of goods is more than 3 miles away, so that doesn't apply.
What I've done is I've actually checked with the store staff here, who tell me that you're right, the nearest competitor is 4 miles away. We extend it to actually cover that.
But that's not what the promotion says. Is that why you suddenly took all the signs down?
No, we took the signs down because we have another promotion on at the moment. It's £1 a point on Club Card. Another wonderful offer for our customers.
Oh, I know it
Now,
is.
you are one of the main beneficiaries of that, because I know that you come into our store every day. But hey,
unfortunately...
isn't it wonderful to be given something for nothing, as it were? I mean, you come into our store...
Nobody gets anything for nothing. I mean, this is the classic ploy. There is nothing in this world that's given to you for nothing. Everything has a price.
David,
and the object of your club card is, and I don't criticise you if you want, it's good business sense, is to encourage us, the shopper, to spend more money in your store. That's the object of the exercise, isn't it?
The object of the Club Card exercise is to say thank you for shopping with us.
the customer is always right, no matter if they're wrong. Even if we're wrong, we're right, aren't we? Sometimes you can get results, but sometimes you can't. It all depends. I mean, if you get like certain people will say, well, I'm sorry, but I only work here. You know, you'll have to see, come back when the boss is in. You know what I mean? If you've got somebody there and then, who is the boss, then you can deal with it.
Bill?
Had this Uber serviced off you a short while ago.
Fine.
I'm not saying it's your fault, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is there's some faults on it that have appeared since I've had it done.
Right.
Number one is there's a wording sound coming from down here that's making it like the engine's going slower and then faster and slower and then faster. And then also there's a fault where the lead, whenever it goes into there, is like coming loose, so the power's coming and going.
Right,
and
well,
stopping
the stopping and starting, that's easily fixed. What's happened there, while you've been using the cleaner, you've pulled the wire out the back, and that will stop the stopping and starting. That'll be making it slower and faster.
When I was a kid, I used to go, I was like 12, 13, 14, I used to be able to save a fiver, and that was from 25p a day caddying. So you go and pull somebody's golf trolley, spend like 3.5, 4 hours doing it, get 25p, and I managed to save a fiver. Till my mum used to borrow it off me and never give it me back, you know what I mean? That's your mum for you, isn't it? You know what I mean? Mum, you owe me £10.
I'll probably get battered for this, but his mum's pretty much the same. She likes complaining too. I know. And I fancy saying that, and I'm scared of his mum as well.
She didn't mean it. She was joking.
No, it is. It's in his blood.
It's a 5-minute job.
But what I'm saying is, if I paid you to a service, and it came back like that, then it should still be back down to you to do it.
Well, not necessarily.
I paid you £40 for a service, I'm not paying you any more.
No, I'm not asking you to pay me any more. Let me explain to you something, sir. When the cleaner went out, that problem wasn't there. Because when we do what we do, we try them on the floor like this. Before we go out, we check everything's working correctly. Now, if I check that, I would have got that immediately. And I would have noticed immediately it's wrong. It's as simple as that. The moment I come to do that, I know it's not right. There's no way we can send a cleaner out like that. But we're not talking...
You just done it there, and it didn't actually do it. You know, it only done it sort of like 1 minute and then not the next. So the minute you tried it, it might have... You understand what I'm saying?
Well, no, I can't use the cleaner without it stopping. I can't use this cleaner.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, you, if I hold that cleaner, I've got the... this is how... Yeah, but that's how I do it, right?
Well, we don't do that.
No, that's what I'm saying. So I've just done it, and it's just shown...
We're not arguing about it. You know, we're not asking you to pay any more. We'll sort that out for you. It's not a problem.
Right, so you'll fix it then, yeah?
Yeah, it's a 2-minute job. I'll do it for you while you wait.
Why did you actually do it? It's just in me. That's just part of my nature. It's just me. You know, that's just the way I am. You know, it doesn't... I could win the lottery and be a millionaire and I'd still be the same. It's just me, innit? You know, you smoke cigs, you drink beer, you do what you do. Some people play football or whatever. You just do what you do, and that's just what I do. You know, it's not like I sort of go out every day and say, right, what can I moan at about today, or what can I do today? I just do it. It just comes natural.
Every time Aidan's complaining, you'd be there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's a right way and there's a wrong way, and he loses it. He loses temper completely. Well, you've lost. Then.
Lost his temper with you a couple of times, hasn't he, Mum?
Shut up.
Just when you pay £40, it's like a lot of money.
Sir, what exactly do you want? Well, you've come back, you've complained, I'm putting it right for you. You're not paying anything more. I'd say it's not my fault.
Well, I suppose I can't argue with that, but it's just the inconvenience of having to actually come back. That's
unfortunately,
you know what I mean?
I can't do anything about that, can I? You ring me up and ask me to come down to your place to fix it for you?
No.
Did you give me the chance of coming round to your home to fix it for you?
Well, no, I didn't actually, no.
You come in with in all honesty, and, you know, an attitude which is a little bit, you know, I get on with everybody. There's no problem.
Because we've had 18, well, she hasn't, but I have. I've had 18 years of it.
I've had 11. And every day all I've heard is nag, nag, nag at each other.
Well, that just sums it up, really, doesn't it?
I was basking in the cool of my Vector's air conditioning when... Take me to the old chemical works. My car keeps packing a piece, so I don't argue. I turn on my Vector's new navigational gizmo, the car in.
Turn right.
It says. My ABS cuts in when I see some cops. And while he eats carpet, I change the route. This is a shortcut, I tell him. But not to where he wants to go. One step ahead of the mob.
There are times when being fast on your feet can really make a difference. At Cheltenham and Gloucester, we know the value of staying one step ahead. Because we're quick to react, we get things done. So you can get where you want to be. For investments, for mortgages, Cheltenham and Gloucester run to make you richer.
You're looking at the secret of Bodyform Invisible's most effective ever solution to leaking towels. Effie-Capped, a brand new discovery that holds liquid like no other material, then seals it inside, away from the edges. So, as for leaks... Bodyform Invisible with new Effie-Capped.
There aren't many homes these days that don't need a mortgage. So it's worth remembering Cheltenham and Gloucester mortgages are available at all branches of C&G and Lloyds Bank, which means it's even easier to pop out for one. Cheltenham and Gloucester, run to make you richer.
You can save yourself £1 when you get any of your colour print films, including advanced photo system, developed at Boots.
Remind me, Mo, is this high in polyunsaturates or low in polyunsaturates?
Polly what?
Flora. Buy one, get one free.
You lot, listen. Get yourselves together. Let's get round this table in the middle here. We're going to have a chat this morning, 5 minutes. Writing. Are you earning money by writing?
I'm just trying to get down as much.
You're just trying. Every time you are not on the phone, you are costing me money. Every time you are on the phone, you're potentially making money. So every second of the day that you're not on that telephone, you're wasting my time and your time, yeah?
Well, I mean, I've still got...
No, well, so we'll just take your notes next. Where's your cards? You should have your cards ready. You've got to do 30 calls today, yeah? If you're going to get £1,000 for every call you made, you'd be going non-stop, wouldn't you? So why aren't you doing your job properly? Exactly. Well, let's get on with it. Let's get it done. Let's make it happen. I want to hear it one after the other, not make a call, wait half an hour, have a cup of coffee, have a chat with June. You know, let's get after it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's find the buyers, yeah?
If you can find Pepsi Diet, 2 litre, cheaper locally, then we will reduce that down to that price.
So what you're trying to say
The
to
challenge
me...
is with you. Go and find it.
Okay, so I have to spend... I have to take your word as a store, my local grocery store, that this is the lowest price I can find this product in Maidstone. The only way I can challenge that is to spend my time and my money going around to see if I can prove you wrong.
You don't need to, because we do that. We go out, we check our competitors' prices.
When did you check this Pepsi price, as far as your competitors were concerned?
Within the last week.
Well, would you like to do that again?
Yes,
Because
I'd be delighted.
I bought Pepsis in Sainsbury's yesterday afternoon at 86 pence. 86 pence for 2
What a
litre
shame you
bottles.
haven't brought the product with you, David, because had you done so and could show me the actual receipt.
But you just made a statement to me that you guaranteed that this, compared to your competitors, this was the lowest price here.
It is.
But I've just proved you wrong, it isn't.
Well, you haven't brought it in. You haven't brought proof of purchase, or you haven't actually got the item.
Well,
had you got the item, then I would immediately have that reduced.
Well, I will
you
bring
it
the
in.
evidence in.
But no, don't. I'll send one of my colleagues down to Sainsbury's and go and buy it.
Okay, and you'll find it's 86 pence.
Fine. And then that price will be reduced accordingly. That's the guarantee. If you find it cheaper, we will do it.
But then...
And, David, we will give you twice the difference as a thank you for pointing it out to us, because it's very kind of you
Well,
to
I
go to
bought
all that
s-
time
I
and
bought
trouble on our
6
behalf.
I bought 6 bottles of Pepsi in Sainsbury's yesterday. I came in this store the day before to
Have you
buy
got them at
Pepsi.
home?
Yes, I have.
Brilliant. Save us popping down to...
With the price ticket.
Fine, bring them in.
Okay.
And that will be reduced, and you'll get double the difference, because that is guaranteed, and we absolutely stick to that policy.
Because
Unbeatable value.
Because the only reason why I went to Sainsbury's is to compare their price with yours when it was 125 last
Yeah,
week.
it was, and that's why we reduced it.
You see?
Because we want to give our customers the very best value that we can. And we've reduced it to 99. Now, you, in all your researches, which I know are exhaustive across the whole of this area, have proved us wrong. We are sorry. I will stick to the policy of unbeatable value. You will get double the difference, and that price comes down today.
But I appreciate what
What more can I do, David?
You've done more than enough, but the vast majority of your customers don't have the time to do what I do.
Then that is why it's so important
So
that
they
you are such
rely-
a great champion
So
for
they,
them.
but they have to rely on your statements here as being
But you
truthful.
pointed it out, and we're going to do something about it. I've apologised. I can do no more. I give you an apology, a guarantee that it'll come down in price, and I'll give you double the difference.
When? When will that price
How
come
soon
to
can
match
you get the
Sainsbury's?
product?
I can have them up here in half hour.
Pop along and get them. And in the meantime, I will ask my colleagues to take this down and reduce the price accordingly.
And you can even get on the phone to Sainsbury's and ask them how much they're...
Do you know, it's a funny thing. I don't regularly speak to Sainsbury's staff. I normally speak to Tesco staff.
Oh, well, here's your chance.
Thank you.
People should not be put in this position when they go shopping. I mean, this never existed years ago before these multi-supermarkets. When you went into shops in the 50s and the 60s, admittedly, there may not been a variety of merchandise, but you got pleasant service, you got fresh food that you can eat straight away. You got politeness and courtesy. You don't get that anymore. Despite what they claim, it doesn't exist. It's a figment of imagination. And the reason why it's so is because we, the customer, have allowed it to happen by not standing up for our rights. That's the reason why.
I hope he's happier. I have thoroughly enjoyed hearing those comments, and put me on my mettle.
Wonderful. Maybe. Came in the other week to order a carpet. Give you a 50 quid deposit, but I can't have the rest of the carpet, so just one of them things. I wonder if I could have the deposit back.
But what? You can't.
I paid you 50 quid for the carpet, yeah? But I can't afford the rest of the money. But maybe, you know, in a while I will be able to, but just can't afford the rest of the carpet now, so.
No, I say to the customers, if you want, we'll keep your carpet for at least 12 months. If you don't, you lose it.
Yeah,
Now,
but I mean,
that's
12
what
months.
that's what I
Yeah, but
said
12
to you.
months.
No,
In
that's
12
what I
months,
said to you when you
I might
came in.
decorate the rest of my room, so I don't even want the colour the same colour anyway.
You have to change your wallpaper.
No.
Who you talking to?
Eh?
Who you talking to? Yeah.
Well, it is. You come in on a carpet, give a deposit on a carpet.
Who's in charge here? Who's running this place?
We both are.
You don't look old enough.
Eh?
Hey, there's no need for that, is there? No, well, I'm just telling you. What I'm
At the end
telling
of the
you.
day, I want my money back and that's it. Give me money back, I'll do something else about it.
Can't have your deposit back. You come in here asking for your money
I'm
back.
trying my best here to compromise with you. All I want is my money back, fair enough, and just leave it at that. It's one carpet, innit? I mean, at the end of the day,
Look,
you're
if
here.
everybody came in and said that, we'd be out of business, wouldn't we?
No.
I'm not
Yeah, but
saying-
not
I'm
everyone's going to
saying
say that. This is an isolated case, innit? You mustn't get this every week.
I'll tell you, we've got about 4 over there that are people's.
Yeah?
Right, there's yours, there. There. About halfway down there, that one's yours. We've cut it off. We've got about 4. I'll tell you how many we've got here.
I won't mind you've even got that carpet cheap.
There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that I'm paying.
Well, all right then. I sympathise with you in that respect, but there's got to be some compromise. You know, what you're prepared to do. I mean, I've paid you 50 quid. I don't want the carpet, right? The carpet's of no use to me. I haven't got the rest of the money to buy it, so what are you going to do? What are you going to offer me back?
Nothing. Because
You can't just offer me nothing. You've got to offer me something. I'll give you 50 quid.
Yeah.
Right, the carpet's 130 odd, yeah?
I didn't say to you.
All right,
when
well,
you came
no,
in here,
I know you didn't.
when
I know you
came
didn't
in
say
here,
that
I
to
didn't
me.
say to
What
you.
I'm saying is, though, I'll give you 50 quid, right? Knowing full well that in 2 or 3 weeks, if everything was okay, I'll come back and I'll get the carpet, no problems. But things are not okay, and I can't get the carpet, so I want the money back. But I appreciate you spent a bit of time, so maybe I'll give you some out of it. You can take a tenner or something.
No.
Give me 40 quid back. You sell the carpet.
No. So if someone wants that
All right.
that size, right, we could have that for 3 years then.
All right, then.
For
You put the
for
carpet on
that
sale, then.
exact
I'll
size.
give you 14 days, right? You put the carpet on sale. If somebody buys that carpet for me, I get my 50 quid back. Yeah?
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, everybody wants to make money, don't they? Everybody wants to make money, and they think they've got a right to make money. That's what it is. But at the end of the day, as long as people are prepared to pay it, they're going to do it. And until anyone sort of stands up to them, they'll just get away with it. They'll get away with it all the time. It's just an ongoing thing, isn't it? Because nine people out of 10 will just pay it. There's only the odd one, or the odd 2 or 3, who would a bit, you know, go moan a bit and put up a bit of a fight and God knows what have you. But then, no, that's life, isn't it?
You can't be nasty with them, but you've got to be firm with them, and you've got to know, right, when they come in this shop, you've got to know how to handle them straight away. You've got to be straight with them, right up front. Give them no leeway, because they'll have you for everything. Then, you know what I mean? You've got to be tough with them, or else you've had it.
Look. We have just received a copy of the 97 issue, which, as you know, carried a double-page spread plus competition reply on behalf of our client. Unfortunately, though we are very pleased with the double-page spread, the reply card does not appear on page 65 as quoted at the bottom of page 29.
Well, they told them they could have it on page 65.
Well, who dealt with it on a manga?
I was on holiday,
Well, I don't care if it's been on holiday. Who's going on? It's 8,000 quid of our money. It's a good client. We're building up. We're getting them out there. And we've mugged off. Where have you been? You? What have you been doing? Lunch. 3 things. You caused me 3 lots of aggravation. I've had enough. I've had enough of that lot thing. Sit down. 2 months. 2 months. Coming in late. No, I won't calm down. I won't calm down. Breathe down, you calm down. 8,000 quid. 8,000 pounds. I've had 3 calls off you today. 1, invoices, wrong. 1,656, no, 16,500 quid for a quarter page. Really? What are we, the International Sunday Times? No, we're not. It's not fucking funny either. No, it's not. No, it's fucking not. And now look! Number 2.
The other thing that's going on, all the aggravation. Have you read our ad? What is the most important ad in the whole magazine? Exactly. Have you read it? Yeah. Who wrote it? Rupert the fucking Bear? Because it's not happening. It's not happening.
Oh, sorry, mate.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Listen, look at that. That is £8,000. £8,000. £8,000 because you mugged it. Because you're in too much of a rush to go off out partying up to Birmingham. Every time. Every time. I have got a pile of CVs that fucking high, begging for your job, and I want real people to work for me, not idiots who make mistake after mistake that cost the company money when we're starting up. I don't need it.
I know there's fucking sick them TVs as well.
Yeah, well, I will pick the TV. What? Get out! Get out! You're sacked! You're sacked! Get out! Get out! Get out of the office! Get out! Go on! I'm not having this. I'm not. All of you. I tell you what, I am fuming. Fuming. All you guys, you work hard, I know you do, but don't mess up. You don't mess up on the front door of the company. Pissed off at me. Pissed off. I really am. 3 things. We don't need it. We don't need this aggravation. 3 things. Credibility and the money. We're not there yet.
Next week, the controversial immigration service is the subject for Cutting Edge. That's at the same time of 9 o'clock.